Hello, D-Land and Cole. I think I can answer some of this question. You see, the thing is, when you make classification groups in insurance, you know, it's not just like any old classification group will do, because the whole principle is that you're sharing the risk. You know, some of the people are going to have the risk. So, you know, if you want to classify something like, you know, women getting more wrecks or something, you know, you can't do it based on women, because just because women get in more wrecks, you haven't established that the fact that they're a woman. You know, it's like people from Mexico City getting more wrecks. Well, could it just be that there's a lot more wrecks in Mexico City? It doesn't mean an individual leaving there doesn't drive safely. You know, it's more like if you drink, well, yeah, and you're in a risk group. Maybe you never drink and drive, but there's at least a link between drinking and crashes and having, you know, and so that group is justifiable. Now, ultimately, if you get into a group like women living longer, and so the rates for life insurance, now that's an interesting one. I think it could go either way, because in that case, yes, there is a link, maybe genetically and just biologically. The way women are constructed, they live longer, or something like that. But I think it comes down to the question of, are you going to ask, or rather, are you going to posit that it's an accident of life that you happen to be man or woman? See, that's the point. It's like it's an accident of life if you happen to be old, or if you happen to be a certain race, or if you happen, you know, those are considered accidents that we're spreading the risk across. Now, does that go back to something as existential as, you know, it's just chance, I could be a woman, so, you know, let's all share that risk on the basis of our commonality. We're all humans, and some of us turn out to be men, and some women, we don't know why, and even if we could figure out the exact reasons, and we know some of them, then it doesn't mean that we have to consider that a distinction in our insurance. And I think it's pretty obvious that in genders, generally we shouldn't. Something like life insurance, you know, that's a maybe for me. But I still lean towards the no. Let's just remove that. It's a shared risk. Oh, I ended up man, I'm going to live short. I ended up woman, I'm going to live short. Those should probably be evened out. In the case, literally, of something like life insurance, well, there's a private aspect to that. So I would consider that in something like Social Security, you would ignore that difference. But possibly in private additive, you know, things, you know, it's just an agreement between various people. I suppose an insurance company could maybe take that into account and just have multiple options. But, you know, like a public option, a public pension, that would not take that into account. All right, thank you. Cheers. That's my take.